Perfect. 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 The Philadelphia Eagles fall to the Baltimore Ravens by a final score of 30-28. The Philadelphia Eagles trim an 18-point lead all the way down to 2 in an almost historic, heroic comeback, but they fail to do so again. The Eagles move to 1-4-1 now and still sit at second in the NFC Least. Yes, it is called the Least because Washington stinks. They went for a 2-point conversion to try to beat the Giants, and they lost. Washington stinks. The Giants stink. The Cowboys stink. The Eagles stink. A lot of people are going to come out and say that they're happy from this loss because we showed promise, because we showed a second-half turnaround. But I'm done, man. The Eagles had this game in the bag. I don't know how many times. There are so many things to break down in this game, but my instant thoughts are the Philadelphia Eagles come out and they get another chance. The Ravens are gifting us chances, and the Eagles go down, and on the last drive, we get a touchdown. Carson Wentz was great today. He was heroic. All the crap thrown at Carson Wentz today. You got John Hightower, who can't catch a ball wide open. You got Miles Sanders, who drops a touchdown wide open. Our offensive line was a turnstile. It was a girl at a bar on a Friday night. So easy to penetrate. Our offensive line was terrible. I mean, I've never seen so many damn pressures on a quarterback in my life. What is he supposed to do? The guy's throwing off 1 foot on the last drive of a game. This guy goes in and gets a touchdown to Mr. Travis Fulgham, who, by the way, we'll talk about, barely even saw the field in the first half. And the Eagles get a touchdown. And you know what? Because Doug Pederson doesn't have working brain cells. And in the first half, on the first touchdown that we score, goes for a 2-point conversion for what? For what reason? And does a play action, a read option for Jalen Hurts, and he gets tackled for nothing, right? So because of that, it comes down to the end of the game where we actually come back out of the dust, out of the grave, and we need a 2-point conversion. And he calls a read option with Carson Wentz, who has miscommunication with Boston Scott, and gets tackled to lose the game. It's absolutely atrocious. I mean, what does Doug Pederson, what goes through his head? This was one of the worst games I've ever seen from Doug Pederson. The guy is not a play caller. Okay? We can talk about 17. We can talk about 18. Right now, Doug Pederson is not a good play caller. What am I seeing in this game? Carson Wentz had like 5 passing yards until 5 minutes left in the first half. I mean, what is going on? Travis Fulgham barely sees the field. Miles Sanders finished this game with 9 carries. He goes off after a 74-yard touchdown run. Again, runs for a 74-yard touchdown run, but it took until the third quarter to even get him going. Right? Boston Scott comes in. He's getting meaningful carries after Sanders' injury. Where's Boston Scott been? Where's Corey Clement been? They're nowhere to be found. Travis Fulgham gets his first 2 catches at the end of the first half, and then he starts to get used like he was last week. I don't understand. There's so much inconsistency with this Eagles offense. And yes, this was a great comeback. This was a game where the Philadelphia Eagles were out of the water, right? But here's the thing that most people will not realize. They're going to, your average Joe is going to look at the box score and say, oh, the Eagles scored what? How many points did we score in the fourth quarter? 22 in the fourth quarter, and it still wasn't enough. People are going to look, oh, this was a historic comeback by the Eagles. No, what you're not realizing is the Ravens played a terrible game. The Ravens played terrible. I mean, if the Eagles even play half good in the first half, well, guess what? Guess what? We win the game by 10 points. That is what pisses me off. I picked the Eagles to lose this game because the Ravens are a good team. But guess what? They played like absolute garbage. Like the hefty garbage bags. They played like hefty. They played terrible. And the Eagles had many opportunities to win this game, but it came down to little decisions. But our offense isn't fluctuating right. Jim Schwartz actually puts together a half-decent game plan, right? Baltimore had 30 points, but it really wasn't all the defense's fault. They were put in tough positions, right? But what gets me mad is that in terms of this defense, 1 week they look like a Pro Bowl defense, and 1 week they don't know what they're doing. So inconsistent. Our linebacker core, Nathan Gary, I mean, oh my gosh, see your way out of town. Our D-line kept us in this game. I said in my preview that the Eagles D-line had to play a historic game to keep us in this, and that's exactly what they did. Even though we went down 14-0 in the first quarter, even though in the second quarter we have a chance to go for points, we go for a 4th and 1, can't even get a QB sneak, and then we get the ball back, and Jake Elliott, I mean, you're another one, buddy. Are you sitting so damn comfortable that you can't hit a field goal anymore? We hit the field goal, we win the game. We lose by 2 points. You hit a 52-yard field goal, we win the game. I'm tired of these missed opportunities. And the Philadelphia Eagles now fall to 1-4-1 in a week where the Giants win a game. The Giants won. The Cowboys might lose tomorrow to the Cardinals, and we could be in first place again, even though it doesn't matter anymore. But it's just this team is inconsistent, and I'm tired. Like, people deserve to get grilled at this point. Carson Wentz did all he could with what he had out there. Carson Wentz has gotten better and better. Now, he still has a lot of flaws. He's not getting the ball off a lot. But what Carson Wentz took how many sacks today? 7? 6. 6 sacks on Carson Wentz. And this man gets no help. I mean, he's getting pressured every damn play. We're doing nothing to get our guys in a rhythm, right? We're literally looking for our first read 10 yards, 15, 20 yards down the field. And I don't understand what is going through Doug's head, right? Here's my one takeaway from the game. Doug Pederson should not call plays for the Philadelphia Eagles anymore. I'm tired of it. Relinquish his duties. How many assistants do we have, and what are they doing? Or Doug Pederson does not know how to call plays. I mean, our best drive of this game was when damn Jalen Hurts came in, ran for a 25-yard scramble, and then we do a trick play where Jalen Hurts throws it to Carson Wentz, and he throws it back to Jalen Hurts. I mean, that's our offense in a nutshell. That is our best version of our offense. Oh, my gosh, man. I mean, look, the Eagles lose. This is a game we should have lost, but if you had told me the Ravens had they had 140 yards in penalties. I mean, are you kidding me, bro? Hold up, because I got to get the exact number. 12 penalties for 132 yards. How many false starts? How many offsides did they have? The Ravens threw for 170 passing yards. I said last week when Lamar Jackson threw for 180 yards against the Bengals, that was crazy that they put up 27. They put up 30 points throwing for 170 passing yards. The Eagles had more rushing yards. We had 194 rushing yards. They had 182. But you know what? The Eagles went 3 for 12 on third down. Were 2 for 10 until late in this game. And the Ravens they made the plays that they had to. But they did not play well at all. And this was a game based off how the Ravens played that we should have won. Our defensive line, our D-line gets credit, man. Josh Sweat was in there so many different times. I think he had a sack or 2 in this game. I know he had like 5 quarterback hits. Josh Sweat, 3 tackles for a loss, no sacks, but had 5 hits or something like that. Brandon Graham had a couple quarterback hits. Fletcher Cox had a couple tips at the line. I mean, we did what we could, but still another thing is injuries. I mean, oh my gosh. Jalen Mills went out. Lane Johnson was out of this game, and Jack Driscoll went out. All right, who went out? Miles Sanders after a 74-yard touchdown run. The guy gets injured because what? He got fell on. And by the way, JJ Arcega-Whiteside, baby.
That's half the fun.
JJ Arcega-Whiteside is in the touchdown category. He's in the touchdown category. He picks up a fumble after a 74-yard touchdown run and gets a touchdown. Congrats, JJ. Woo! That is what we drafted him for in the second round, baby. Woo! But Miles Sanders goes out after that play. Who else got hurt? I mean, so many guys went down, and the injuries just never stopped, man. It's ridiculous. We had, like, what, 2 of our starters left on offense? It's ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. Zach Ertz still really was no influence. 4 catches again, 33 yards. Travis Fulgham, once again, our Lord, our Savior, Travis Fulgham, 6 catches for 75 yards. He's the man. He's the man. He has the it factor. The dude he had 2 catches and was our leading receiver in the first half with 27 yards. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But the Eagles just did not capitalize. And when we had the chance, some of our previous mistakes had cost us in the end. And Doug Pederson deserves to get hung on the front line for it. He must answer these questions. No more double talk. You messed this one up, Doug Pederson. Those are my instant thoughts. Let me get some comments up in here, man. We got a lot to talk about in this game because so much happened. And I don't want to hear anything in the comments about, oh, you're being negative. No, it's time to be negative when you're 1-4-1 and the teams you have lost to, you should not have lost to, man. It's absolutely ridiculous, bro. Appreciate the super chat. Black guy from Wii Sports says the call was worse than the Schwartz one. It's unbelievable. The 2 2-point conversions in this game, I've never seen something so abysmal. And don't get me wrong, Jalen Hurts, I want to see more Jalen Hurts packages because Jalen Hurts is actually opening up and keeping defenders honest, right? He's taking another guy off of the main focus or even running the ball. But on a 2-point conversion, a read for Jalen Hurts, and he goes nowhere. And then on the final play, a read for Carson Wentz. You just saw that a read for Wentz. One almost got a fumble. It was a fumble, right? Yeah, they kept it. A fumble. And the other one, he almost got hurt. I mean, it doesn't make sense, bro. I'm tired of this man calling plays. Time to sell the farm. Hey, look, I can't take this anymore, man. I mean, I'm almost thinking like we should just sell at this point, run with the young guys. The young guys play harder than the vets, to be honest. The young guys actually have some oomph to their game, man. I mean, I just don't. What is wrong with Doug Pederson? Is he just not that good? I mean, these are simple calls that the average Joe can make. I mean, come on, Doug. Come on, Doug. He took us long enough to even get in a rhythm, and you go out and blow the game like that. And Jake Elliott, I'm still not going to forget you, man. Jake Elliott, I'm done with Jake Elliott. I'm done with him. Too many easy field goals that are costly, right? Justin Tucker doesn't miss field goals. He comes and nails back-to-back field goals because that's what he does. That's what a kicker does. You got one damn job, and that's all we do, man. Unbelievable, bro. Appreciate the super chat. Aaron Cabbage. Carson Wentz was amazing today. Like 2017 Wentz, 213 yards, 2 passing TDs, 49 rush yards, and a rush touchdown. Yeah, Carson Wentz brought us back in this game, and I got no blame for Carson Wentz. I got no blame for Carson Wentz because this man, when it mattered most, stepped up besides the no protection at all, right? Our O-line got torched, okay? And his running back goes out. He gets a guy, Boston Scott, who he doesn't even get to play with anymore. All right, Zach Ertz is still worthless. Travis, I don't know about you guys because I was wondering myself, I figured that Travis Fulgham was getting double-teamed all in the first half. That's what the Ravens do, right? You have 1 or 2 brain cells. You take away the best option. But I was starting to realize, I'm like, was Travis Fulgham even in the first quarter? I feel like I barely saw him out there, and I don't understand why. I mean, the guy is it. He has the it factor. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He is our number one moving forward. And Carson Wentz did all he could. I mean, throwing balls off 1 foot to Richard Rodgers, making plays, throwing it up. John Hightower, like I said, misses one in the first quarter, and Miles Sanders misses an open touchdown. There's nothing else that Carson Wentz could do. He did all he could. And if I'm Carson Wentz, I'm going to the Eagles and thinking about demanding a trade because this is ridiculous, bro. He hasn't played well all year, really that much. But Carson Wentz, I mean, you have a game like this, and you have the chance to upset the Ravens, who played terrible, and you don't take advantage of it, man. Unbelievable. Appreciate the super chat, my guy. We got another super chat in here. Cat on the Moon, what's going on? That was the best 10 minutes of commentary ever. I love the passion, brother. Question, what do you still need to see to fire Doug Pederson? Appreciate that a lot. Well, let me tell you, okay? What I need to see from Doug Pederson is to stop being so damn stubborn, all right? I understand that you want to live or die with Carson Wentz, but you got to run the damn ball, and it's obvious that he won't do it. It's obvious that he won't do it. No balanced attack from the Eagles offense. And at the end of the day, what do I need to see to fire Doug Pederson? Well, if Doug Pederson doesn't come off his high horse, this isn't 2017 anymore. This is not 2017. Come off your high horse. Give your duties up because you are not getting it done as a play caller. And weeks ago, when you are directly asked about it, you say, oh no, I like calling plays, so I'm going to continue to do it. If that is not the most childish thing I've ever heard, you're not getting it done. Wake up, Doug. If Doug continues this and he continues to not be consistent and not get our offense in a groove, I mean, we had no points in the first half. Opportunities, but he blew some of them himself. It cannot happen anymore. This team has had talent, and I know we have injuries. We have people going down. But at the end of the day, Doug Pederson, look, he's great in terms of a mentor. He's going to get you riled up. But at the end of the day, Doug Pederson is not getting it done in terms of the football standpoint. Yeah, these guys can believe in Doug. We always ride that next man up mentality. But if you don't put together the game plan to do so, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. And now we are 1-4-1. And these games that we lost early on, we're going to look back and say, damn it, we should have won those games when we're sitting at 5 wins with a potential chance to win the division. We're going to look back and say, damn it, we should have won those games. Gosh, man. I mean, it's just situational football, and we don't do any of it. I can't take it, man. I mean, 173 passing yards for the Ravens, and we rush for more yards, and we lose this game, and they had 12 penalties for 132 yards. I mean, they're gifting us. They're gifting us chances, and we don't take it. Unbelievable, bro. We had 200 rushing yards. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And Miles Sanders had 9 carries. And I understand he got hurt on the touchdown run, okay? But how about before the touchdown run? He had 8 carries up to that point, deep into the third quarter. How is that going to do anything? Or was that even in the fourth quarter, the third or the fourth quarter, when Miles Sanders broke off on that run? Why won't we get us established in a rhythm? Not even in the throwing game as well. Why not come out right away and establish Zach Ertz and Travis Fulgham, right? Why not do that? I feel like every play is trying to be the hero, and it doesn't work. We don't have the talent right now to do that or the protection up front. The Ravens gifted us a chance at the end of the first half. We literally, we get the ball back. Carson Wentz almost throws an interception. They give us a pass interference, or no, a 15-yarder, and we advance the ball and get a field goal attempt to at least try to put some points up on the board, and we can't even hit that, man. The situation of football is terrible. Unbelievable. Lamar Jackson wasn't even trying to be full Lamar Jackson today. He was just running around behind the line of scrimmage. He wasn't even running his full might because he doesn't have to. Carson played amazing. Travis played amazing as well. Travis Fulgham did what he could. 6 catches, 75 yards. But again, he really didn't get a lot of touches in the first quarter. Let me know if Travis Fulgham was even in the first quarter because I was waiting for him. I knew he would get double teamed or at least stuck by Marlon Humphrey, who had a pretty good game knocking the ball out. But, oh, my gosh. GG, who cares? Honestly, still competing with the NFC East. Go Cardinals. Yeah. J-Jaw finally did something in his life. He finally gets a touchdown. The guy's a waste of a pick. Another guy, Davion Taylor, who finally came into this game. I mean, Sean Bradley starts this game. Davion Taylor is a third-round pick, okay? Our linebacker core is bottom of the pit atrocious. Where is Davion Taylor? Is he not ready? Is that another terrible pick by Howie Roseman? Huh, Howie? and everybody's going to praise up this Jalen Hurts pick. Now, here's the fact of the matter, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to say it straight up, okay? Coming into this season, nobody had the idea that Carson Wentz would be playing this way. So if you go back and put ourselves in that time of the draft, okay, Jalen Hurts is still a terrible pick because we need a linebacker. We need another help in the secondary. We need an offensive lineman with everybody going down. But no, we have a second-round quarterback out there running, just doing trick plays and reads. I mean, I understand he's a good, vital asset to the offense. But for a second round, what if he gets hurt? I mean, that's another story for another time. But I still don't understand. I mean, what is the plan with this offense? There's no plan. Whiteside actually got a score. Yeah, he was all celebrating happy like the dude's never going to score a touchdown again. And meanwhile, if you guys don't know who Marcus Johnson is, a guy that the Eagles formerly cut years ago, who was like undrafted, I believe, he's having a 100-yard day in Indianapolis. Justin Jefferson is on my fantasy team and continues to rack up points for me every week, while Jalen Reagor sits on IR, while D-Jax and Alshon sit their old asses on the bench because they're hurt. It's ridiculous. Why do we have so many injuries? J-Joe actually made a play, took him 6 weeks. I know. And it was the easiest thing ever. I told everyone we would keep it close before, and it's a whole lot better than what the Dallas Cowboys will do. Yeah, but at the same time, we're 1-4-1. It's not going to cut it. Not going to cut it. Doug Pederson lost the game for us again. You run an option play after Ravens been dead. Exactly. And you guys want to know the funniest part. Guess who's on the Ravens linebacker core? Guess who starts? LJ Fort. Ding, ding, ding. Does it ring a bell? LJ Fort. Ex-Eagle got cut. Given an extension with the Ravens. I mean, our talent, guys, whoever evaluates talent on this team must be absolutely out of their mind. They must not know a damn thing. Honestly, I can't take it. Running Back Podcast, Eastwood, what's going on, my guy? It's almost Fire Doug the Fire Doug Pederson podcast. I'm waiting on it tomorrow morning, my guy, because let me tell you something. Doug Pederson doesn't know what he's doing right now, and if we don't get a quality coordinator in here, if Howie Roseman doesn't step in, I know we've been hearing all this drama, right? Doug doesn't want to give up his play calling duties. If Howie doesn't step in or someone and make this guy give his duties up or get a coordinator or something, this team is going downhill. It's not working, Doug. He doesn't know. He gets lost in his own element, doesn't run the ball. Terrible decisions in the worst times. I'm telling you, we kicked that extra point earlier on after that first touchdown, and we kick an extra point to tie the game and send it into OT. I mean, I just don't understand, bro. It's simple. It's simple decisions. There should be none of you that were sitting after that first touchdown and not pissed off when you see the offense come back out on the field. I don't understand. Yeah, we played good, but the Ravens gifted us so many opportunities. I mean, they gifted it to us. They were trying. Lamar Jackson, 16 for 27. And he was their leading rusher with 108 yards. Unbelievable. Mark Andrews, 2 catches for 20 yards. I mean, we should have won this game. Let me get some of your guys' thoughts in here because and by the way, Carson Wentz actually didn't throw an interception. I just wanted to throw that out there. He was close twice after we get the ball back at the end of the first half, almost throws a pick. And then at the end of the game, almost throws another one. But they overturned it. But Carson Wentz played well, had the one fumble, even though it was close. But again, I don't understand these play calls. Lost count how many Eagles players left the field. How many? If there's anyone I missed, let me know. Oh, Kayvon Wallace. He was the first one. It was so long ago, I forgot. Because there's so many guys that got injured. There's something wrong with it, man. There's something wrong with it. Some of these bonehead plays, man. Unbelievable, bro. I mean, I got all these damn notes written down, but all I have is my fresh memory, and that we just have we just don't take advantage, man. Honestly, I really do not like Doug Pederson. His play calling was bad, and this is the worst. He's got to get fired. Wentz ran into him. Yeah, I don't know what happened on the last play. All I know is that it looked like Boston Scott was trying to take the ball and they got confused. But again, it's the play call and it's the fact that we were in the situation. It should not happen. By the way, our offensive line, what's his name? Jamon Brown, the guy that stepped in today. It's been our 6th offensive line in 6 different weeks. And let me tell you something. Jamon Brown is doo-doo. I mean, I see why this guy was available. He's trash. He literally helped sack Carson Wentz in the first half. Oh, man. Miles Sanders played with heart. Yes, he did. I should hear Wentz for Fulgham every Sunday for the next decade. Exactly, bro. Exactly. And look, Travis Fulgham is the first guy in Eagles since TO 16 years ago to have a touchdown in each of his 3 first games. The guy's an absolute baller. I mean, I'm down to just rock with this guy, Jalen Reagor, Dallas Goedert. I'm starting to say just sell, man, because this is ridiculous. You run on the left side where Campbell is. Why not run right? Who knows, man? Because it doesn't make sense. That's why. I'd rather a blowout. I can't take it. It's always a close loss. Exactly. And if the Ravens had played half decent today, look, I'm not going to take anything away from the Ravens. They're an excellent team. They just didn't play good. They haven't been in their groove. They didn't play good. And I agree. If they play good today, they score 50 on us probably or hold us to below 10. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, man. I mean, our defense, our line did what we could, rushing 4 most of the time. You got to keep a spy on Lamar. But, oh, my gosh, man. You can't punt the first 5 drives of the game. You can't have 8 drives without a score against this team and expect to win. Unbelievable, bro. That first touchdown by Lamar Jackson, ridiculous. We're just standing there. And he's throwing sidearm, underarm. I mean, come on, man. Let me get some of these comments in. 21 comeback by the Colts. Feel sorry for you. Yeah, I mean, this is just sad, man. This is just sad. We're just not a talented enough football team. And we're lucky that we're being saved by an atrocious division. We need to be sellers at the deadline, not buyers. I'm starting to say the same thing, man. There's just not a lot of hope. Like, even if we make the playoffs, what are we going to do with this team? We show that we can't make the right calls in the right situations. I mean, holy crap. 40 passes at all shouldn't have happened. It should never happen. We have too many damn weapons. Oh, man. Ertz got hurt. I said he needs to stay on the sideline coming on 3rd down just like last week. He stops running after the ball. Zach Ertz stops running, man. And you know what? I'm done. Like, this guy can catch, but at the same time, Zach Ertz, he's just hurting us because he's not a threat. We throw it on early in the game. We throw it on. It was a 3rd and 10, right? Oh, and by the way, actually, I'll talk about it in a second. But we throw it to Zach Ertz on the 3rd and 10 for 7 yards. I mean, what are we doing? The guy can't run after the catch. Speaking of 3rd downs, like I said, the Philadelphia Eagles early on, we have the perfect chance to capitalize. We get the ball first, and Wentz bombs it to Hightower, who drops it. And then the Ravens get a drive where they have, 3 3rd downs? 2 or 3 3rd and 10s? And that we let them capitalize on that. I just don't understand that. Remember what Jim Schwartz said? It's not in our lexicon to play soft. Well, all we do is play soft, Jim. Soft. Unbelievable, bro. Jake missed a 52-yarder while making 21 million. Had to make that kick. Yeah, of course. Jake Elliott will make a 60 freaking 100-yarder, 600-yard field goal, but he'll miss a 2-yard field goal. I don't understand. I feel like Jake Elliott just doesn't even have confidence in anything. Unbelievable, bro. Shout out to my channel members in here. Rick Bennett, quote from Doug, on a 2-play call, I can do better getting the play in on time and call a better play. We had a timeout. I'm literally screaming at the TV. Call timeout, Doug. Draw something up. Draw something up, Doug. My decision to go with the play call, that's on me. Well, you know what? Good. But let it be exposed that it's on you, Doug. It's your fault. What about, please let me know if you guys are watching the post interview or whatever. What did Doug Pederson have to say about going for 2 in the first half? In the third quarter when Jalen Hurts scored that touchdown. When we scored a touchdown and then he put the ball in Jalen Hurts' hands. What did he have to say about going there, not getting it, and evidently we had to go for a 2-point conversion on the last drive? What did he say? I would love to know. I knew they were going to be a factor in this game. Either the Miles Sanders drop or the Jake Elliott miss. This should have been a dub. Philly Pop, what's going on, my guy? Absolutely. This game is all about opportunity. All about opportunity. And the fact that we were even in this game, the fact that we even came back and started to give ourselves some hope, and then this just happens, man. I can't. Terrible. At least he takes credit for it, but why was it even in your playbook? That's what I'm saying. I mean, any play, and you run a read after you just saw that after you just tried it with Jalen Hurts, and it didn't work. Not only did it not work, you got bottomed out. I don't understand, Doug. I don't understand. Where are these assistants? Where's Press Taylor? Where's Scangarello? Marty Morningweg? Is anybody talking to Doug Pederson? Is Carson Wentz talking to Doug Pederson? Because I saw a couple images of Jalen Hurts standing there just doing his own thing. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous, man. These are games you got to win. I don't care who the opponent is. You had the chance. Omar N with a good point. If you win the division, you'll never get rid of any of the guys everyone hates. A division win will keep you the same for years. I feel you, man. I feel you. That's why I'm saying at this point, we might as well just sell and rock with the young guys, because I have more faith in our young guys staying healthy and bringing us to whatever we need to go to. But at the same time, if we make the playoffs, well, we get a lower draft pick. We saw how that worked out last year, right? We missed out on CD. We picked Jalen Reagor, who's hurt. Jefferson's balling out. I mean, we just can't win. We just can't win. Jake Elliott is the reason we lost. He's one of them. He's one of them. Needs to make that kick. Exactly. I mean, but Jake Elliott has been doing this, but a lot of the times it costs us, but it doesn't matter in the end. But this time it did. Crazy, man. Sanders drop is 50-50. I thought Carson should have thrown a fade route on that pass. That's a good point. He did look over his other shoulder to begin with. But at the same time, you got the visor on. You're fine. The sun's on your eyes. You got to catch that, man. You got to catch that. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Offensive line was trash. Jamon Brown sucks. Driscoll got beat a couple times but got hurt at the end. He's been playing okay. Mailata, I mean, we just don't have enough right now, man. Our D-line played so well. Crazy. Carson Wentz's 11 turnovers this season have led to 4 touchdowns and 2 field goals. We give up points off the turnovers. That's the problem. They were in so many short yardage drives because our defense just gives up points off the turnover. Aaron Cabbage, appreciate the super chat, my guy, and a well-respected channel member. Says, does Doug know what a bootleg is? Good question, Aaron. Let's ask him at the presser. Does he know what a bootleg is? Because that's a great point. It's crazy because Carson Wentz is such a good thrower on the run. He makes plays on his feet. And did you notice a common theme, Aaron, and the rest? Did you notice a theme that near the end, when Carson Wentz started to roam out and make plays off his feet, and actually could buy a second, as he's getting hit still, but could buy a second, he makes throws off his 1 foot. He makes throws when he's rolling out. I don't understand. We've been saying this for forever, Aaron. It doesn't make sense. But again, that's the whole Doug Pederson methodology. It doesn't make sense. I can't blame Carson Wentz. He had a great game. He did what he could. And Carson Wentz should feel disrespected. Look, man, the plays are just not there. Tiger Raven, appreciate the super chat, my guy. Says, even though my Ravens won, y'all put up a good fight till the very end. Yeah, look, Tiger Raven, no disrespect to you, man. The Ravens are an excellent team. They are an excellent team, but they did not play well today. If I'm the Ravens, if I'm Jim Harbaugh, I got to sit there and I got to wonder, like, or at least tell my team, like, wow, I mean, we could play this poor and still come away with a win. Y'all made the plays at the right time, made the situational opportunity plays, but a lot of it was just Doug Pederson feeding it right to you. Unbelievable, man. Good game, though. The Ravens are a good team. Ravens are a good team. Look at this stat. 10 minutes to go in the second quarter, and I wrote this down because it was funny. I was laughing. The Ravens, with 10 minutes to go in the second quarter, had 7 first downs, and the Eagles had -5 yards. We had -5 yards, and they had 7 first downs. We didn't get a first down till the second half, I believe. I mean, are you kidding me? You can't put together anything. And here's one element that I can't, forget to mention. Where's the creativity? Because against the 49ers, I saw pre-snap motion. I saw guys moving around. I saw audibles, okay? I saw a little bit of it last week. It got better in some circumstances. I feel like Carson needs to have kind of that freedom sometimes. But today, it took until the end of the third, beginning of the fourth, for me to even see a guy motion. I mean, I don't understand. When you're playing an elite defense like the Ravens, not only do you want to keep their linebackers off balance, not only do you want to kind of, pick apart that defense and see whether they are in man or zone on specific plays, but you just sit back and let Carson act as a pocket passer. It's not going to work. He's not a pocket passer. It's disappointing, bro. Disappointing. Can we admit it's the coaching and front office that has gotten us to this point? At this point, yes. Yes, it is. Carson Wentz has not had a lot of good games this year. He's not put it together many times, but today he did what he could. And, he's been disrespected, right? He finally gets a piece now of Travis Fulgham, and we can't even do that right. We can't even do that right. I mean, it's just disappointing, man. I mean, is his name Jason Kroom? Jason Kroom had a touchdown for the Eagles today. These last 4 years have been absolutely ridiculous. At one point, I'm going to be in the damn game. That's how many injuries the Eagles have. Oh, man. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable, man. This is a game we could have won. And now we got to play on a short week against the New York Giants. All right, they're coming off a win now, a momentum win. I mean, they're close to first place. Eagles better not lose this game this week. That's all I got to say. Ah, man. Jordan Maloney, keep up your grind, RB, from your favorite Cowboys fan. Appreciate that. Respect. Did he drop 3 passes in his hands? Who? Who are we talking about? Because I saw a lot of drops today. We have to sell. We're going to have high picks and we pay too much for a bad team. Exactly. We are in cap purgatory. What, 60, 70 mil over the cap next year? Get rid of these aging vets. Get rid of it all. Accumulate draft picks and let these young guys go to work, because at that point, it is what it is, man. Ridiculous. Stop letting Gary cover zone. He's trash. Absolutely terrible. Nathan Gary, the one play that stands out for me in this game is Lamar Jackson's rush for a touchdown. I think it was like 32 yards maybe. And, he does a read and, literally the entire middle of the field is open because Nathan Gary is leaning towards his left and he has to come back now. And Lamar blows by him. And you know what stands out to me the most on that play? Not that Nathan Gary got exposed in coverage. Not that the guy stinks every single play. You know what stood out to me? Nathan Gary stopped running when Lamar was at the 10-yard line. He literally just gave up. And I'm tired of Nathan Gary. I saw a video on Twitter at halftime. They're literally booing Gary as he walks into the tunnel. Like literally shouting, Nathan Gary, 47, you suck. And I don't want to hear any more damn excuses from Doug Pederson. If Davion Taylor was out there in the fourth quarter, what do you mean he's not ready? If Sean Bradley started this game, what do you mean he's not ready? Second-round pick and Jalen Hurts running all these extra packages, a second-round quarterback, and then you got Davion Taylor, who's a third-round linebacker, who I didn't even know until they said it on the broadcast. He only played one game in high school. I knew he didn't play a lot, but one game in high school. Third-round pick. And what is he doing for us? What is he doing for us? I mean, I don't get it. I do have to disagree with you. Your team has the talent. They just can't stay healthy. That's what I mean. We don't have the talent right now because we're not healthy and because guys are not used right. I wonder how much money all the continuous Eagles count against the cap. A lot. Calm down. The fact you all were able to bring the game back close says a lot, even if you guys don't win the division. No, see, that's a perspective from a person that didn't watch the whole game. I watched the whole game. I know there's opportunities missed. I knew there would be people that talk like this, that say, oh, this was a great performance because the Eagles scored 22 in the fourth. It doesn't matter. We lost. And the Ravens did not play disciplined at all, did not play well, and there were opportunities to win. If you watch the whole game, you know what I'm talking about. I knew that losing a close game would hurt every fan worse. Everyone got hooked in and then got the heart destroyed. Exactly, man. That's why I'm doing my best not even to get hooked back into it until there's a couple minutes left and I see us at the 20-yard line after a PI on Fulgham for Marcus Peters. I'm like, yo, we have a chance to win. But in the back of my head, it's just like, Doug Pederson, I'm still mad you went for that first 2-point conversion. You blew the game, Doug. Just come out and say you blew the game, all right? Now, enough of the double talk. I blew the game. That's it. That's all I want to hear. Nothing else, man. You've been in every single game in the second half this year. It seems like you should have won at least 2. And that's how it's been the last 3 years. I feel like we're always in these games. Every game is a heart attack. And usually we come out on the wrong end. Ertz can't break tackles, period. He can't do anything, bro. Can't do anything. Getting 2 still means a tie in OT. Do feel that is a winning situation. If we win the game, yes. But here's the thing, Omar. Again, if you watch this game, after the first touchdown, we're down. It's 17-0. We finally get points on the board. Why are you not making it a simple 10-point game? Why do you go for 2 points? Why do you do a read option for Jalen Hurts and he just sits there and gets crumpled up by 3 Ravens? And then we're down 17-6, and it costed us. It costed us literally that 1 point. We could have gone for an extra point at the end of the game and tied it up and maybe won in overtime. Because guess what? Momentum is a thing in football. Last week we cut it down from a 17-point lead to 3, didn't win. This week we cut it down from 18-2, and we had the momentum. The Ravens were gifting us a chance. And all you have to do is send it into OT, and you never know what's going to happen. I'd rather lose in OT in a good game than go for a pitiful 2-point attempt. The play calling is atrocious by Doug. What is Doug doing calling option play when the line has been putrid all day? And he called it before and it didn't work. I don't get it, man. Gosh. Jersey boy, appreciate the super chat. Tough loss. Carson put the team on his back, was running for his life all game. What was the 2-point conversion called? Doug cost us the game again. 100% spot on right there. Spot on. I can't say anything else to that. Carson did what he could. Again, 2 touchdowns throwing and 1 rushing, 213 yards. And he's asked to throw the ball 40 times again. He loses his top running back. He loses Jack Driscoll. He loses everything. No protection at all. And then Carson Wentz does what he can, throwing balls off 1 foot, getting us back in this game, and you call it a read option. I mean, are you kidding me, Doug Pederson? Did he really think with how enticing the Ravens D is, how fast they are, especially up front, and how their linebackers were all over us all day? Did he really think that was going to work? I mean, is that really what we thought was going to work? You don't even run it with Boston Scott. I would have, okay, maybe we run it with Boston Scott, get him off balance. I still wouldn't do that. But a read option with Wentz, he's not fast. He's not that fast anymore. He's not 2017 Wentz. Yeah, I get it on a 2nd and 1 maybe. Yeah, okay. With 5 minutes left, not with the game on the line, Doug. I agree, Jersey boy. I agree. Unbelievable, bro. RB should be Howie's replacement. Honestly, man, I mean, it doesn't take that many brain cells to understand. Look, how long have I said that the Eagles, like this, undervaluing the linebacker position is going to burn us in the end? Nigel Bradham got cut, right? Because he was too much money. But yet Alshon Jeffrey, $11 million isn't too much. D-Jax isn't too much. But Nigel Bradham was too much money, right? And then we're going to go out and draft a 3rd-round linebacker who hasn't played football past 5 years in his life. We're going to draft a 2nd-round quarterback instead of getting places of need right now. Can anybody tell me a linebacker that Nathan Gary is better than? I don't think I've ever seen a worse linebacker in my life. I mean, it's not even just the plays where he gets burnt, right? And Jim Schwartz, thank God, took him off the field this game on 3rd down, because Nathan Gary, we knew if he blew another one on 3rd down, we were going to riot in Philadelphia. But can someone please tell me why Nathan Gary just doesn't look like a football player every single play? Why? I think that 2-point conversion was a pass, and Scott never let go of the ball, so Carson kept it and ran. I don't know what it was. I think it was an option play, but I think it was a designed run for Carson Wentz. That's what it looked like to me. Even though Scott didn't mess it up and didn't take it away, it still wouldn't have worked. He wouldn't have got there. And that's what I don't get, man. We could have done a rollout, anything. We could have lobbed one up to Travis in the corner of the end zone. No. I want to rebuild the offensive line to get more guys that can block at the 2nd level. Yeah, I mean, we got absolutely torched, man. Miles is good, but no one is going to crash on Boston Scott or read option on the goal line. That is a great point, Venom. I agree, man. Yeah, you're right. Like, who's going to believe that Boston Scott's going to – but that's the thing. Like, maybe we throw him off balance, run it with Boston Scott. He's a little tough for a small guy, but still. But a read option, man? Come on. Kicker shouldn't miss a kick that is in their range. Yeah, and he always does it. That's Jake Elliott for you. I laughed at that touchdown by Kroom. Yeah, Jason Kroom got a touchdown for the Eagles. I mean, that's how bad it's been. Chris DeMayo, what's going on, bro? Wentz is not a pocket passer, but won't be healthy long-term if he's a mobile quarterback. I don't even want Hurts. Just trade Wentz. I hear you. At this point, look, I've always been one to say that Carson Wentz needs to run the ball. And, you know, at this point, it's kind of like it just is what it is, you know? Like, if he goes down, well, he does. I mean, we can't do anything about it anymore. That's where he's at his best. Did Fulgham drop 3 easy passes? No. Travis Fulgham was in double coverage and almost made 3 heroic catches. He almost made a Hail Mary catch at the goal line, which he probably should have caught. And on that 4th down, maybe. But still, I mean, they were all over him. The refs were kind of bad on both sides at points in this game, honestly. But that's not the reason why we lost. This year really shouldn't. The terrible timing has created more injuries, made every team look slow and play weird. We need to start fresh 2021. I hear you, man. I mean, this is at this point, fellas, I'm excited for Sixers basketball because at least that organization is making some moves. I would be nervous to get a high draft pick the way your front office is drafted. If you did get a high draft pick, what area would you look to grab? That's a good point, too. I mean, please go back and look at the last 4 years of draft picks outside of a few select picks, outside of Goddard, Sanders, I guess Derek Barnett, and Josh Sweat. And I might be missing someone else. But go ahead and look at all the draft picks and look where they're at. Look where they're at. D-Jax and Jeffrey should have been cut. Long gone, man. Doug Pederson on how he looks. And by the way, thank you, Rick, for these updates. On how he looks at the Eagles' record in the context of their mounting injuries. That's right where we should be. 1-4-1. I don't know what else to say anymore. Honestly, like, if that is an actual quote, I'm going to watch the postgame later when I'm done just, when I'm done just, laying here in my misery. But I've been telling people lately, don't even watch Doug Pederson pressers. You're not going to get anything out of it. You're not going to get anything out of it. The guy doesn't say anything. Superhero 18. Surprisingly, I thought this was Ertz's best game. That says it all. It's pitiful, man. And look, I still got people coming at me on Twitter because of the video I made earlier this week. Look, I'm telling you, Zach Ertz has to be injured. But this is all I'm going to say about it. If you want to hear my full take, go watch the video on it from earlier this week. But Zach Ertz, if his heart is out of it, right? And I understand maybe he's disheartened. He doesn't feel the same way with Carson Wentz. But if you want to get traded and get your big contract, the opposite of what you would want to do is go out there and play terrible and not catch anything, right? And just look like you have lost a step in your game, right? Am I on the wrong page here? Like, I don't understand how people aren't seeing that eye to eye with me. If you want to earn your contract and you know the Eagles are going to have to trade you after this season or even at the deadline, why are you coming out here and playing this bad? No, I think he's hurt. I think he's not physically capable of doing what he usually does. I don't know, man. That's just my thoughts. That's just my thoughts on it. Let me know right now in the comments section if there is one person that you are most dissatisfied right now, not just from today's game, but in general, right? If there's one person or one set of people, whatever, that you're most disappointed with on the Philadelphia Eagles, and I know there's a lot to choose from, who would it be? Let me know down in the comment section. Let me know. Because I have a lot to choose from. And I think there needs to be a lot of blame sprinkled around. This is starting to become an organizational issue. But you guys let me know. One person, whether it's Doug, Wentz, Schwartz, Howie, front office, linebackers, offensive linemen, anybody. One person, let me know who it is that you are most disappointed with as an entirety. Let me know. Doug thinks this is the Pac-12. Exactly. He must, honestly, but it's not. We don't have the personnel, RB. Tough loss. Wentz is no real help. Hightower and Sanders dropped touchdowns. We are who we are. Doug can't coach what isn't there. Fair take. Fair take. But at the same time, Doug can also coach, right? He can also coach logically, which I don't think he's doing. It's just like we're looking for answers, and it's like, where else do we go at this point, you know? How did Fulgham look today? He looked great in the second half. He only got 2 touches in the first half. He got 2 touches in the final 5 minutes of the first half, and he was our leading receiver at halftime with 2 catches for 27 yards. Eagles had 29 yards of passing at halftime. 29 yards of passing. And we're 0 for 6 on third down. Went 7 for 14 for 54 yards at halftime. Oh, unbelievable. Doug's play calling has been a hindrance all season long, even when Carson was playing bad the first games. Absolutely, G. Doug's press conference banging head against wall. Fulgham's a nice receiver, but anybody expect number 1 production is being fooled. I think he's shown a lot of potential, though. I think he's shown a lot of potential. Doug couldn't convert to a new religion, let alone a 2-point conversion. You're not lying, man. You're not lying. What's Hurts here for? I don't get it. I think we should just focus more on defense. Look, I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. Well, look, we could have had Jeremy Chin. We could have had Zach Bond. I mean, we could have had all these guys, playmakers, and we get a quarterback for gadget plays? I mean, are you kidding me? What does Howie think about throwing Hurts out here in all these different situations? I would love to know. I would love to know. Easy 2 points right there. Line 2 wide receivers up together on the right side by side. Clement line up. 2 wide receivers blocking Wentz to Clement. Yeah, I did. Look, I wanted to get us early, involved in the screen game, incorporated, right? No, we didn't do any of that. No rhythm plays, nothing. I thought that the Eagles should come right out and try to get a ball to Travis Fulgham, whether it's a curl route or something, right? Just something quick to let him feel the ball, like get his rhythm down on Peters and Humphrey. But no, I don't even know if he was in the first quarter. I don't even know anymore, man. Did we have a medical staff or did we give all the money to Wentz? We got a new medical staff, but apparently they don't know what they're doing either. Because I can't, the injuries are just insurmountable on this team. It's unbelievable. But hey, let me know one person that you're most disappointed in. Let's read some of these. And me right now, it's Doug Pederson, honestly. I'm disappointed with a lot, but Doug Pederson is just, I don't know, man. Some of these play calls, he just doesn't seem like the guy right now. And even if Doug would take accountability for his poor calling, if he would just, give Give a game to someone else. Let them call it, man. But he's stubborn right now. I don't know, man. I don't know. Doug can't run the offense. Darius Slay and Ertz. Interesting. Howie Roseman. Howie. Pac-12 Dougie. Front office, especially the scout team. That's a good one. The personnel development team on this team is terrible. Look at all these guys that are not panning out. It's ridiculous. Wrong page. I get it, though. To other teams, they know about contract and think a new team will and some money will fix Ertz. Yeah, but he's got to show that he still has it, you know? Honestly, Fletcher Cox has regressed. Our D-line played well, but I agree. Like, we got a $100 million man. We got Javon Hargrave, who's one of the highest paid D tackles now in the league, and what's he doing? Like, right? Crazy, bro. Howie, defense, Doug, defense sucks, medical staff, D. Jackson, Howie, all good ones. Slay and Ertz. Rick Bennett says Doug size. Let me take a deep breath. Did you see the game? We had some big drops and some big mistakes. We're not making excuses, but we were in this game and fought hard. Whatever, Doug. Just tell us that you messed up the game, Doug. Tell us that you blew it, Doug. Carson Wentz was under duress on 47% of his dropbacks. His third straight game on at least 40. Good stat. He's the first Eagles quarterback to be under that much pressure in 3 straight games since 2009. He had no protection today. And I knew the Ravens would throw a lot of crazy things at him, but they just kept it up, man. They saw our weakness and they kept it up. Zach Ertz, to be honest, he was supposed to be a big part of the offense. Medical staff had only 2 offensive players played every single game since last season, Wentz and Kelsey. It's crazy, bro. Last year, I think it was like week 13, 14, where we had every player get hurt on the offense except 2, and now it's week 6, and we've already accomplished that. I mean, it gets worse every year. It gets worse. The Water Boy was the best Eagles player of the game. Whoever's in charge of keeping these players injury-free, Frank Reich won that Super Bowl. I'm going to have to get me one of those shirts that says Frank Reich won the Super Bowl. I mean, holy. Defense is sad. Defense shows no heart. That's the thing, man. There's just some players on this team, like, they're just not giving it to me. They're not giving it to me, man. $17-0, and we come all the way back just to get disappointed, man. D-Jax, we desperately need Alshon. You still think that, Chris? I don't know, man. I'm ready to cut some ties with Alshon and D-Jax. Look, I'm going to make a video about it this week, but I'm really leaning towards the Eagles selling, man, because what's the point? What's the point, man? My dissatisfaction would go to the offensive line as bad as Doug. He isn't the one making Carson look like any Texans quarterback. Offensive line's terrible. But again, I mean, 6 different lines in 6 weeks. What are we going to do, man? You know? Fulgham's the next big thing. Stop saying Carson. What are you expecting to do with these receivers? Carson carried the Eagles. He did today. He really did. Howie and Doug. I kind of wish we took the field goal before. Which one are we talking about, Jamal? Which one are we talking about? We talking about the 4th and 1 when we went for it? Because that would have been a good idea too. Even though I'm not mad at us going on that 4th and 1, but still, you got to get it, you know? People are questioning, should Jalen Hurts have been in the game? Maybe. I mean, the guy was running pretty decent. But for me, this game comes down to the 2 plays, man. You get a touchdown coming out of the 3rd quarter, and you go for a 2-point conversion for what reason? And a terrible play call with Jalen Hurts gets nothing. And then at the end, a read option. I mean, terrible. That's not how you win games. Everyone's crowning Travis Fulgham. They use hashtags. There you go, man. There you go. Happy I did not watch the first Wentz or Hurts. Travis Fulgham fan club. Hashtag TFFC. Carson Wentz carried the team. Got to be Hurts right now. Wentz is not an NFL quarterback. I'm kind of wishing we took the field goal before halftime now rather than going for it. Although I know the quarterback sneak was a good call. Exactly, bro. Exactly. I feel like we should have converted that because we usually are good at those. I can't be mad at that, but I can be mad at going for the 2-point. I can be mad at that. The Fulgham and JJ show ruined. Hey, if you're just tuning in, man, we were having a celebration earlier. JJ Arcega-Whiteside is on the scoreboard, baby. Oh, my God. It's so pathetic, bro. Please, how many yards does DK Metcalf have now? I mean, the guy's bowling out. Crazy. Whoever thought keeping Clement was a good idea? Yeah, him and Scott don't get any noise at all, man. Hurts or Wentz? What do you mean Hurts or Wentz? Who should I start right now? I'm still going with Carson Wentz. Look, Jalen Hurts, yeah, sure. Here's the thing that people don't understand. Taysom Hill is a gadget player, but he was undrafted. He fell into their hands. We used a second-round pick to get this guy. Second-round pick. Second round. I don't like Ertz's body language. Me either, man. Me either. And I don't like Nathan Gary's either. Colts come back down 21, and Marcus Johnson had 125 yards. Yeah, I was just talking about that. Marcus Johnson, 125 yards. Justin Jefferson, another 100-yard game. I mean, the guy is absolutely crazy on a Vikings team that is trash. All right? Who else do we want to talk about? Huh? Sidney Jones? Is that Jaguars fan up in here? Sidney Jones. The guy's making deflections left and right. Rasul Douglas knows how to tackle. I mean, every guy, it just does not play well here, and I don't get it. Kind of pissed at Jay Mills. Jalen Mills, man. He stinks. He had one nice play. I just don't know if we have enough, man. I'm glad that we moved Mills back to safety today, and we had what? I think it was Nickel Roby-Coleman as our second corner. He did okay, nothing crazy. Slay was but again, we were playing a lot of zone. We were scared of Lamar Jackson, as we should have been. But I don't know, man. Our D-line tipped some of his passes. I thought Lamar would actually run more today. But even though he did have 100 yards rushing on 9 carries, I don't know, man. Jim Schwartz, like I said, is just way too inconsistent. He's just way too inconsistent. Most disappointed in Jim Schwartz and Howie. Malik Jackson or Fletch won't be here by the end of the season. Interesting. I mean, he could be a name if we start to sell. Wentz needs to build a football field in his backyard to practice every day and invite your teammates to develop friendship. Would be a great investment. It has worked great with Dak. Wentz always has to be hero ball all the time. He doesn't have to, but I feel like in this offense, we kind of play him out to be. And I feel like that's how it's been for years, and it just doesn't work, man. But, hey, we'll be on here for about 10 more minutes. If you guys have not yet, please hit the like button, by the way. Definitely helps out this channel, promotes it to other great Philly fans. Hit the subscribe if you are new. Ding that notification bell so we can notify you whenever I upload or drop a video. We got 56 likes in here. We got 110 people. Everybody hit that like button. And I got a question. I got a question for you guys. Is the season over for the Philadelphia Eagles? Like, do you see any chance of this team making the playoffs? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. Are the Eagles done? Does this team have any chance? I know we're still a half game out, man. But crap. Shout out to Jim Schwartz with the super chat, man. It says, I stepped up today. There you go, Jim. There you go, Jim. I wish you could do it every week. I wish you could do it every week because you're inconsistent, Jim. It's crazy because I feel like the Eagles D was put on a lot of short yardage opportunities. I feel like we played decent. The D-line held their own by far, and we still gave up 30. It's crazy how that offense can score points for the Ravens. Crazy. Wentz is my quarterback. If y'all didn't know, Jamon Brown gave up 5 sacks. The dude who replaced Driscoll gave up a sack. Wentz is good. Pryor is better than Jamon Brown. Jamon Brown is not going to play anymore. He was an attempt, and he was terrible. So, I mean, he was just trash. Trash. Fulgham, 75 yards, 6 catches, and 1 TD. But what was that in the first half? Was he on the field? Look, I'm still trying to find out. Like, I know I saw him a couple times, but I really didn't see him that much in the first quarter. And as soon as he came in the second quarter, near the end, he gets a couple catches and gets right in a rhythm and was our leading receiver at halftime. It's crazy to me. Wild, man. Our defense is actually pretty good. I think Schwartz puts players in the wrong positions, just like Doug. But the difference to me is better than the offense. Yeah. I mean, the defense has talent, but I still think we need to blitz more, man. I still don't see enough pressure. I don't see nearly enough pressure. Question, do we need an OC? Ding, ding, ding. Philly special with the best question of the day that I've answered, but I'll answer it again. Yes. Yes. I don't care if Doug comes out once again. I mean, we asked him weeks ago, Doug, will you give up your play calling duties? And he said no. He's being stubborn because he loves play calling. I don't care, Doug. You're not getting it done. All right? What in 2017, he called all the right plays, but guess what? He was ballsy, he was aggressive, but Frank Reich helped design those plays. That constructed offense was a big part of Frank Reich, and the quarterback play was a big part of John DeFilippo. Doug didn't do it by himself, and right now he's trying to do it by himself. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work. We still got 100 people in here, man. Shout out to everybody up in here. I know you guys must be frustrated like I am. I mean, it's sad because we had opportunities to win this game. We did. Sean says scouts are horrible, terrible, terrible. If you could get a do-over with the first round pick, who are you taking, Justin Jefferson or Patrick Queen? I don't know, man. I don't know. I wish both. I wish we could have both. And I still think Rieger is going to be fine, but it's just funny how the one guy that we pick is on IR while these other guys are balling out. But both are studs, man. Both are studs. You expect Carson to make gold into garbage. It's not realistic. Might be the coaching staff at this point because every guy who has left has played well. Exactly. One who's been right in front of our face today, LJ Fort. I mean, how does this guy get cut for nothing? And he's starting with the Ravens. Crazy, man. Crazy. Eagles fans, we have to stop being so emotional. This team does not have the talent to compete. Well, we should be angry. We should be dissatisfied given the expectations. That's the thing. We always come in with expectations, right? And a lot of us were saying months back that this team had talent to go deep in the playoffs. Well, where is it? Where is it? Terrible play calling. Agreed. Linebackers are needed in the NFL. Yeah, apparently the Eagles don't think so because the last linebacker who was consistent for us was Jeremiah Trotter. Nigel Bradham did his thing, helped us win a Super Bowl, but he wasn't a game changer like Trotter was, and we just seem to get worse and worse every year. The Jets and the Eagles are brothers. No, that is where we cross the line. We are not the New York Jets because they stink. They are terrible. Terrible. What do you want Wentz to do? He has 1.3 seconds to throw. I mean, look, man, it's a culmination of a lot of things. Today, Wentz had a great game. Played well. I gave him his credit. Took a lot of hits, took a lot of pressure, and still almost brought us back. Doug blew it today. Nine interceptions is almost like he has a rugby player at left tackle. Yeah, I mean, our left tackle of the future, right? Gone for the year, another injury. Do you think the Cowboys could take the division? Yeah, they could. They could. Over. No, it's not. I don't know. Man broke his back literally and hasn't changed how he plays. He plays till the whistle every time. Yeah, he does. I still want to see him scramble out more. But again, like, I just don't think he's getting enough help. So I hear you. If they lose to the Giants, I would say yes, 100%. That's a good point, Connor. I think if the Eagles fall to the Giants this week, you can't lose to the Giants, man. You can't lose. I mean, that's the team that we always beat. And I know each year is different, but come on, man. You can't lose that game. No, I see us winning the next 4 games. Over, bro. Play hurts. Woo, got the hot takes coming in, man. If Carson, I think Carson's kind of redeemed himself the last couple of weeks, but if things were to go, majorly downhill, a lot of people are going to be calling for Jalen Hurts. Season isn't over. If the Eagles were in any division not named the NFC Least, the season would be over, but they're not done yet. I agree. I mean, we still have a chance. I mean, we're a half game out of first. It's crazy. Got a tough schedule. But who knows, man? Who knows? Negative. I bet if we win against the Eagles, we lose by 21 or more and make the coaching staff look like the 2020 Bucks right now. All we have to do this season is win our division games and we can make the playoffs. But Doug wants us to lose. I mean, I don't know. I'd rather get a high draft pick, but if these young guys get that amount of time, if Rieger and Goddard come back healthy, well, we can win a playoff football game if we have health. But again, guys keep going down, man. Over need to sell out for offensive linemen. It will be a first-round exit at best. The season was over after the Eagles lost to the football team. No, that's a terrible take. Cowboys are going to beat the Cardinals. It will be over. I think Andy Dalton's a game manager. He might get them there, but he's not going to win a playoff game, in my opinion. But we gave up 23 points. Wentz gave up 7 with that really bad fumble. Wentz is a dog. Anybody hating on him, pull up on Broad Street. Lamar played horrible. That's the thing, man. That's what I'm saying. The Eagles had a chance to win this overall. 180 yards. I mean, they just did not play well. The Ravens really did not play that well. And I feel like we had a lot of opportunity. Win the division games, your Eagles will be there, but it's worth making it to the playoffs when your team could use a good draft. You're right. But again, the people at the top picking these guys, I don't know. Our draft picks aren't panning out. RB, even if we gave up 30 points on our defense, they gave up 28 to our depleted and injured offense. We went up against a top 5 secondary. That's perfectly fine, man. The offense played a decent game down the stretch. But still, the certain opportunity, like the Ravens really did not play a polished game of football, and they still put up 30 and beat us. All I'm saying is this is a game we could have won. And it was just a couple bonehead decisions and an easy missed field goal. And those are just things that winning teams don't do. That's really all I can say. I got one more question for you guys before we get out of here. How many games will it take to win the NFC East this year? How many games will it take to win the NFC East? I'm going to go out and I'm going to say 7. And if the Eagles win the division, it might be at 6, 9, and 1. Honestly, it could be 6, but I'm going to say 7. Give Carson, AJ Green, Al Robinson, watch what happens. We don't deserve Carson, bro. I'm going to be honest. Play Hurts and protect Carson. That's kind of just giving up if we do that. That'd be crazy. But again, we got a second-round guy, so who knows, man. Eagles equals injured. Bucks walking all over the Packers. Let's see. I'm too impressed with Travis Fulgham. I'm telling you, man. I knew it. I said it after that 49ers game. I said Travis is the guy. There's no doubt about it. Like, he is the man. And he's gonna be our number one going forward. I'm excited. I'm very excited to watch him going forward. Really. Really. Let's see. Hicks was good, just injured. That's true. I liked Hicks. Wentz holds the ball way too long, throws way too many interceptions, just keeps fumbling. Jeez, give Jalen Hurts a shot. Today's game was not on Carson Wentz, though. It was not on Wentz. I don't know who was expecting greatness from a team that barely squeaked in the playoffs on the back of Wentz. We virtually changed nothing, subtracted talent on defense, and then had a bad draft. We actually added talent on defense. We added talent in the draft, or we thought, but again, guys just keep going down. And in my opinion, we just aren't getting it done in the draft. We just aren't getting it done. And our player development is just not getting it done. And our medical staff is not getting it done. And obviously with Wentz, the way he's looked at certain times this season, it's just not a good taste, man. It's not a good taste. Front office and scouting department revamp. Yeah, it looks like that's what it's going to come down to, honestly. That's really what it looks like. Should we make another trade before the trade deadline? Yeah, but I don't know if we should be selling or buying at this point. Definitely going to make a video on it, but these losses are just kind of killing me, man. Wentz keeps losing, throwing a key interception, having a key fumble. Nate Gary moves the corner, covers Golden Tate versus Giants. Nate versus Tate. There you go. I mean, Nathan Gary can't do one thing right, so it's just like, who do we even have, man? Our third round draft pick, like I said, Davion Taylor is non-existent when we need a linebacker. But okay. Still have a chance. Gary's my friend, back off. Travis Fulgham has 18 catches, 284 yards, and 3 touchdowns in 3 games. That's crazy. Look at the rest of the stats from our wide receivers. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. Crazy. Cut Deshaun Jackson. He will be cut at the end of the season if we don't get rid of him earlier than that. And I think Alshon will be going too. At this point, I don't even know if I want them to come back. I would rather just see Travis in his element. Just let Travis go out and eat. Let Jalen come back and start and do what he has to do, honestly. Defund Doug Pederson. You're not lying about that. Doug Pederson is the reason we lost his game, and his play calling is not there. But hey, let me. So I asked how many wins will win the NFC East. So let's see. So we got a 5 up in here, 7, 6, 8, and 8. 8 and 8 wins the NFC East. Cowboys will take it. 8 games does it. Wonder if Eagles are cursed with all the injuries. It's been 4 years, so I don't know. It will take 0 games. Singling out the quarterback while ignoring the entire team struggles doesn't make you smart. It just makes you look. I mean, I'm acknowledging the entire team. I'm acknowledging Doug Pederson. It's an organization issue, to be honest. Cowboys will game manage themselves to a 500 record. Rodgers steadily getting sacked, 2 picks, halftime. Let's see. If we lose to the Giants, I'm a flip. I'm pissed off. RW, what's going on? Tough loss. Very tough. 7, 6. Fire Jim Schwartz. We got an 8, 4. 4 wins, 7 and 9, 7 games, 8 and 8, 9, 6 and 1, 11, 4 and 1. Just watched post-game interview of Travis Fulgham. Can't help to say his demeanor reminds me of Larry Fitz. I love it. And if you guys didn't hear what I said earlier, Travis is the first Eagle in 16 years since T.O. to have a touchdown in his first 3 games. He just looks like he has it. So, 7 if Wentz plays like he did today. When did Doug become so slow? I don't know what's going on, man. It's not good. It's not good. 9-6-1, to be honest. We're getting these wins against the Cards, Saints, Cowboys, Giants football team. Even with as better as Carson looked today, I don't see us winning 9 games. No, I don't either. I agree. Wentz 0-1 in playoffs. We should have extended fulls. Yeah, I'm not even going to bring that whole thing up today, but we have an organizational issue right now. But, hey, with that being said, look, my final recap of this game is I didn't expect the Eagles to win this. I picked us to lose. But at the same time, when you cut a lead from 18-2, you have the momentum, and there's certain opportunities. Doug Pederson going for that early or after we scored our first touchdown, Doug Pederson going for a 2-point conversion, not getting it. Terrible play call with Hurts. And then we go to the fourth quarter, and we come all the way back in. Wentz is starting to roll out, throwing off one foot. Terrible protection all day. And this offense is finally gaining a rhythm. And we are forced now to go for a 2-point after we get a nice touchdown and a terrible play call. And overall, Doug just does not put together solid drives. Jim Schwartz had us playing decent on our toes on defense. But again, some of the turnovers gave the Ravens good field position. And at the end of the day, there's just so much you can do against Lamar Jackson because of his run game. And the Eagles just did not do enough, but we were in position to win the game. But some of Doug's boneheaded calls and Jake Elliott, man, you can't miss that field goal. Just too many missed opportunities. And once again, I'll say it like I have every single week. The Eagles have not put together a full game plan, a full 4 quarters of solid football. And I'm still waiting to see when that'll happen this year, if it does. But this is a disappointing loss. The Eagles fall to 1-4-1. Now we got to wait on the Cowboys because the Redskins or the Washington football team went for a 2-point conversion and lost. And this whole division stinks. By the way, this week, hey, if you're in here, 106 in here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. This week, I'm going to have the game preview out probably on Wednesday, if I can do that, given the fact that we play on Thursday. But it's a short week. You got to turn it around now. You got to have short-term memory. And let me tell you, man, Eagles fans, we better be holding on tight by whatever we can. Because if the Eagles come out here now on a short week and lose this game, I'll save it for the end. But, hey, I'll have my preview out this week, couple other videos. All in all, man, this division stinks. The Eagles, are just not a good football team right now, given our injuries, given our coaching, given our front office moves, our draft. We have to do a lot more as an entire football team. Wentz played well today, did what he could, but was let down. Eagles lose this one. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. You guys are the best. Shout out to all 100 in here, man. And, hey, we'll catch you in a few days on the next game preview. And on Thursday, we'll be live. Maybe even, do you guys want a pregame on Thursday or just a postgame? Let me know. But, hey, man, appreciate you guys. And, we got to hope the Cowboys lose tomorrow to even maintain our position. But things are looking down. With that being said, hope everybody has a great rest of their Sunday. I go by RB, Philly Take with RB. And with that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.